All right. So you know how we all crave a smoother ride when it comes to change, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is a deep dive into change.
Yeah.
Whether it's like a total life upheaval or just like those daily little transitions like, ugh,
Yeah, those are the worst.
we all need some help sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going straight to the source, the Growth Mindset Podcast. Have you heard of this one?
I have, yeah. I'm a big fan.
Their last episode was gold, and we're unpacking the best insights for you.
Yeah, and what I thought was really interesting is that, they go way beyond just like change is good, rah, rah.
Totally.
They're like, no, change is really uncomfortable, and here's exactly why.
It is so important because, like, I always think I'm the only one who freaks out
Oh, totally.
when things change and everyone else is just cool with it. What's the deal with that? Is there, like, science behind that?
So on like a primal level, right? Our brains, they crave that routine. It's hardwired. It's like, think about our ancestors.
Oh, yeah.
Sticking to familiar paths
Yeah.
meant safety,
Right.
food, shelter, avoiding saber-toothed tigers in the bushes,
Oh, yeah, totally.
So routine was essential.
Wow, I never thought about it like that.
Yeah.
So that, like, anxiety when you step outside your comfort zone?
Yes.
Like a little bit.
It's that alarm going off. It's your brain hitting the panic button.
Even if it's a good thing.
Exactly. Even if
Yeah.
it's good. And Mia, she told the story about landing her dream job
Oh, wow.
a few years back. And she was like over the moon about it, but she also had this like overwhelming dread because her brain was fixated on all the unknowns. New responsibilities, new colleagues.
Oh, yeah, of course, new routine.
Whole new routine.
It's like moving to a new city.
Exactly.
It's like, exciting, but also, wait, where's the grocery store?
Right.
What if my wifey breaks?
Exactly. And that's where that growth mindset comes in, because
Wow.
you're saying it's not about like shoving down that discomfort. It's about reframing it. So it's not of change. It's more like, okay, this is new. It's maybe a little scary, but like, what can I learn?
Yeah, I love that little shift.
Yeah.
It's not about pretending it's easy breezy. It's about what's the opportunity here.
Absolutely. And, they talk about this whole concept of change as a process,
Okay.
which I thought was really insightful because we put so much pressure on ourselves to just like be fine instantly.
Totally.
And then when we're not, we're like, what's wrong with me?
Yeah.
But it doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
It's not a light switch.
You're like, yeah, I want to run a marathon, but I'm going to need a little bit more than today.
Exactly. It's like we would never expect ourselves to just be able to do that.
Right.
But with change, we're like, come on, why can't I just...
Yeah, what is wrong with me?
And it's like, no.
Yeah.
It's a process. Like they literally break it down in the episode.
Okay, tell me more. Because
Wait, they're giving us a roadmap.
yes.
What is it?
So we can navigate this whole thing.
Okay.
One of the first things is like breaking it down
Okay.
into smaller steps.
Oh, I love that.
You know that classic question, how do you eat an elephant?
One bite at a time.
Exactly. But it's so true.
Because we think about the enormity.
It's too much.
We get paralyzed.
Yeah.
But if it's like a little step, okay, I can do that.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, next step.
It's like that to-do list feeling.
Yes.
When you check something
I
off.
get a little dopamine hit and you're like, all right, what's next?
Okay, so small steps.
Yes. And then the other thing is be kind to yourself
Well-
throughout the entire thing.
See, I need that one.
Because it's so easy to be like, come on.
Yeah.
Why am I so bad at this?
Right.
It's like, no, this is like learning any new skill.
Well, that's a really good point.
Right. Remember when we were all trying to bake sourdough bread?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Like mine were interesting.
Like I gave up.
But we didn't give up right away. We were like,
Yeah.
okay, that was a fail. I'm going to try again.
We laughed about it. It was fine.
Exactly. And then eventually
Yeah.
they got better.
Yeah, they got better. You're so right. Okay, so it's like reframing those little missteps as data points.
Yes.
Not like you failed.
Information.
This is how we learn.
Okay.
And then sometimes that means like
Yeah.
getting some help.
Yes.
Like they were both really big on the support system
Oh my gosh. It's so true.
during times of change.
Because it's so easy to just like,
Isolate.
just like go into your cave and be like,
Hide.
yeah, nobody look at me.
But actually what's so key is having those friends and family
Yes.
mentors, whoever it is.
Totally.
You can be like, ah.
Yeah, just even to listen.
Yes, just to listen or to be like, I've been there.
Yeah.
I totally get it.
Or even to just like send you a funny meme to distract you.
Exactly.
It's like, you want to go fast, go alone, but if you want to go far.
Go together.
Yes. And change is definitely like the long game. Right?
Totally. And, Alice made this point that I thought was really interesting.
Okay.
He was like, asking for help, it's not weak. It actually means you're like smart. You know yourself well enough to be like, I need backup. Love it. Okay, so we've talked about the emotional side of change, being nice to ourselves, having that crew, your
Our
people.
people.
But how do we use it to grow? Because that's what we all want, right? Like, we don't just want to survive it.
Want the upgrade.
The upgrade, yes.
Yeah.
So what were there, like, practical tips beyond just, like, the usual stuff?
Yeah, so they're like really real about change,
Okay.
which I really appreciate.
Yeah.
Like, they're not sugarcoating it.
Give me an example.
So one thing was like, seek out new experiences during the change.
Well, really? That seems counterintuitive.
I know. Right, but it's like, okay, so your routine's already messed up.
Okay.
Your comfort zone, you're already out of it.
Yeah.
So try something new. Like, you never know what it's going to spark.
That's true.
Even if it has nothing to do with the actual change.
It's like shaking up that snow globe.
Exactly. And you never know what's going to settle.
Yeah. Who knew you liked that,
Yeah.
that little thing in the corner?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then on a more practical note, they were like, set small goals.
Yes. Because otherwise you're just like floating in this ether of like, what am I even doing?
Exactly. Exactly. And so it's just like tiny little things to make you feel like you're moving towards something.
Yeah.
So even if it's just like, I'm going to try that yoga class, or I'm going to reach out to one person in my field.
Yes. Love it.
Just something to be like, okay,
I'm not just like,
I'm doing something.
yeah, just being thrown around by the world.
Yeah.
This is me taking control.
Yes. And Alex was saying during this big career upheaval for him,
Oh, wow.
his tiny goal was to learn one new word every day.
I love that. It's like you don't have to climb a mountain.
Exactly.
It's just like a little step every day.
Yeah.
And then also they talked about journaling.
Yes.
So important. It's so important because if you don't write it down, it didn't happen.
It didn't happen and you can't remember it.
And you can't remember how far you've come.
Yeah.
You're like, am I still in the same place?
In the same place. So just that, like having that record
of your wins, your challenges, how you felt that.
Yes, exactly.
I love it.
Because, we can't always choose the music, but we can choose how we dance.
Yes. And that's what this whole thing is about, right? Like change is going to happen.
It's coming.
So it's not about like, how do I make it stop? It's like, how do I dance with it?
Exactly. And maybe even like it.
Ooh, a little bit.
Yeah.
Get curious about it.
Yeah.
Be kind to ourselves.
I'd be like, all right, change.
What
can we learn from each other?
Yes. That is the question. So everyone listening, facing a change right now.
Big or small?
Big or small.
You got this.
You got this. All right, that was good. That was fun. We should do this again.
Totally. I'm down.
Until next time.